am the vine. You are the branches. If you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me, you can do nothing. Let's picture a beautiful, healthy grapevine overflowing with delicious fruit. But if a branch gets severed from the vine, it withers and dries up, no longer able to produce fruit. This passage emphasizes our dependence on God. Just like a branch needs the vine to survive and flourish, our faith requires a constant connection to God through prayer, scripture study, and worship. But seek the Lord and live, or else disaster will sweep over the house of Joseph like a fire that will burn and none can quench it. A cozy fireplace with a single ember glowing may provide a little warmth, but if forget to add more wood, it soon dies out. Faith is similar. Lukewarm Christianity lifestyle might seem okay, but without actively seeking God through prayer, study, and worship, that ember of faith can slowly fade, leaving you feeling cold and spiritually distant. Moreover, Jesus himself told us that he's absolutely not interested in such faith. Therefore, let's fan the flames of our faith and keep it burning bright. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will. Ever wonder if your prayers sound like quick texts you send on a busy day? Short, to the point, but hoping for a fast answer and mountain-moving effects. This verse from Romans touches on that. See, when our faith is lukewarm, our prayers become shallow. We might throw out a quick, "Lord, I need this," without really trying to connect with God. True faith is a conversation, a relationship built over time. By transforming our minds through studying Scripture and prayer, we become more attuned to God's will. It's like learning a new language. The more you immerse yourself, the better you understand. So, ditch the quick texts and build a real connection with Jesus. That's when you'll truly start to hear his voice guiding you on your path. Behold, I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in and eat with him and he with me. This verse uses a beautiful metaphor to describe God's desire for a close relationship with us. Lukewarm Christianity can be like a closed door, shutting out this precious connection. Taking the initiative to open the door through prayer, worship, and studying Scripture allows us to experience the joy of God's presence in our lives. Each of you should use whatever gift you have received to serve others, as faithful stewards of God's grace in its various forms. Think about a beautifully wrapped present you can't wait to open. The gifts God gives us are like that. They are meant to be used, not hoarded. When we use our talents to uplift others, share our faith, and build God's kingdom, we experience the true joy and fulfillment that comes from living a life of purpose. Failing to actively use our God-given gifts or using them for earthly matters can lead to spiritual emptiness, missed opportunities, and sins such as pride. Be alert and watchful. Your enemy, the devil, prowls around like a roaring lion looking for someone to devour. This verse reminds us that there are challenges to our faith. Just like we need to be aware of dangers in the physical world, we need to be alert to spiritual dangers even more. The devil can tempt us away from God's path because he really can't stand it. Staying close to God through prayer, studying Scripture, and surrounding ourselves with positive influences builds a strong spiritual defense and overcomes any temptations that come our way. Staying lukewarm, however, makes us a very easy and desirable catch for the enemy. Therefore, since we are surrounded by so great a cloud of witnesses, let us throw off everything that weighs us down, sin and the sin that so easily entangles us. And let us run with perseverance the race marked out for us, fixing our eyes on Jesus, the pioneer and perfecter of faith. This passage reminds us that distractions can hinder our faith journey. The weights could be negative influences, bad habits, or even busyness that pulls us away from God. The key is to prioritize our faith. Just like an athlete training for a race, we need to focus on Jesus, our role model, and eliminate distractions that could trip us up. By focusing on prayer, scripture study, and living a Christ-like life, we keep our faith sharp and on track. But let him ask in faith, nothing wavering. For the one who wavers is like a wave of the sea that is driven and tossed by the wind. For let not that man suppose that he will receive anything from the Lord. He is a double-minded man, unstable in all his ways. This passage compares being lukewarm to that instability. When our faith is half-hearted, we're easily swayed by worldly influences and miss out on the strength and direction God offers. A strong faith, like a sturdy boat, allows you to weather any storm and reach your destination.